That's a good question. I just prepared differently, started doing different prep. It's all about taking care of your body. Didn't run myself into the ground like I had in the past. I've always been a person who's put a lot of time in, probably too much, and that caught up to me. But as I've gotten older here, I've gotten a little wiser and taking care of my body a little differently.
Big stretch guy, yoga, stuff like that?
Trying everything. I've done basically everything since that year in Miami where my back was bad. So I'm just blessed to be where I'm at now. I feel great. Haven't had any problems, and hopefully stay that way.
Mike, was there ever a time in that those 2 years where you were a little worried that maybe you wouldn't find yourself physically again? You might,
I talked about it a couple times, especially when I was there. If I'm going to be a liability, I'm not going to play. Obviously the money and the things are good, but I'm not going to be a liability on someone's roster. And so I went back to the drawing board, worked at it, got my body back in shape where it needs to be. Took care of it, and now I feel good.
What was the formula? What do you think?
It was a formula of throwing everything at the wall and see what stuck. I don't know which one stuck. Something did.
Mike, how would you describe the ball movement so far?
Great. Anytime you got Bron on the floor, the ball's going to move, though. It's contagious. Kyrie's so good with the ball. Dion, Kevin Love's an unbelievable passer. Just a lot of talented guys learn how to play with each other. But our true test is going to be ourselves, and going to be when things go bad, when we go a little adversity. So right now everything's good, feels good, and we're getting through it.
Mike, anything stick out about the coach the first few practices?
His offensive stuff is borderline genius, so it takes a little time for us to get to it. But you can see why he's done such a good job leading teams to championships. Good coach.
What's so different about it?
It's a lot more movement stuff. It's not the typical NBA sets. Typical NBA sets, all 30 teams run with little twists and wrinkles. This is completely different. So once we get a hold of it, it's going to be a big weapon.
He's always associated with the Princeton. Is it like the Princeton?
I would say it's similar to what New Jersey's run with the chin action, but different. It's got wrinkles to that. So it's got some Princeton qualities to it.
Did you pretty much think your days with playing with LeBron after you
went down? Yeah. You never know what things can happen. But, I didn't think I'd have the second opportunity, and lucky I did, and hopefully make the most of it.
Go to the wine and gold scrimmage on Wednesday. Excited to get out there in the queue, fans, and go against each other. Yeah,
it's fun. Obviously it's good for the fans. It's good for us to get out there and play some scrimmage. As you get a little older, this is my 15th season now. So what I'm excited for is opening night and then the regular season. But still a lot of fun. The fans. Obviously there's a lot of expectations on this team. So I'm expecting it to be a pretty good scrimmage on Wednesday night.